So one of the big ones is the fact that we've all suddenly had to do a quick step and get online pretty sharpish using technology that we might not have used before. And we wanted to reach out to one of the best people we know who knows how to do online and remote working, and that's Julie. Julie is one of the top CIOs in the world, one of the top 50, very friendly, super supportive, and she's been supporting Bambuddha for a little while now, along with the Cisco team. So I'm going to hand straight over to Julie, who's going to give us some top tips on how to do really effective online meetings.
Thank you so much, Anna. Good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here as part of the Boost series. As Anna mentioned, I do head up IT at Cisco in Australia, New Zealand, and I've been in the IT industry for about 25 years now. In addition to that, I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 3, and I am, like you, trying to juggle work, parenting, remote learning, all from my home. So welcome to my home office today. COVID-19 has really pushed the limits with us with technology and what we can do with technology, and it's forcing us to look at things in a different way. Today, I wanted to focus on some things you might want to consider when you're moving your business online. I want to touch on some of the technical as well as the human aspects to creating a good online experience for your customers and your staff, and leave you with some of my favorite tips for successful video meetings. So let's get started. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a glitch, which we're going to talk about. There you go. Okay, so business continuity is what it's all about today. And business continuity, a big part of that is working online. Even though we have been working from home at Cisco for many, many years, none of us were quite prepared for the scenario called global pandemic, where 100% of our businesses needed to suddenly work from our home offices. So for us, it meant rewriting what business continuity truly means. And we're focused on this area in 3 key aspects. For us, it's about establishing connectivity, getting your connectivity basics in place, focusing on collaboration technologies, and then looking at your business process and how you need to redesign and rethink your business process for the online world. So we're going to start with connectivity basics. Your network is now your lifeline, and your lifeline to your connection back into the world. So it's important that you understand your network, that you have adequate network capabilities in your home. You need to understand network speeds. You need to manage bandwidth. And many things in your home are dependent on bandwidth. So you need to understand these things. What is the speed? What kind of internet plan do you have? Do you have adequate speed for video? If you do have low bandwidth, you need to look at strategies for managing your bandwidth. There are tools and technologies to help you do this, which prioritize some traffic over others. So for example, prioritizing this video meeting over my children's Netflix viewing is something that you might want to consider. Being wired versus wireless is faster. It's going to give you a better video experience. It's important to close down applications that you're not using. Avoid major downloads or backups during your business time. And, make sure that you take a little bit of time to understand the network capability you have and work with your service provider if you need to upgrade it. It's also important to consider the device that you're using. Not all devices are the same. Not all devices have cameras that are the same. Maybe a device that's good for a personal conversation, a phone call with Nan, with your kids on the weekend, it might not be the best device for you to use for your business. We recommend using a laptop or a PC. Make sure you have a good camera. You can buy an external camera if you don't have one that's built in. Simple things, making sure you're next to a power supply so that you don't run out of power in the middle of your sessions is very important. And take good care with the hygiene of this device. This device, again, is critical to your business. Don't let your kids play with it. Don't keep food away from it. Make sure you have enough memory and you're on the latest operating systems. And finally, make sure that you understand the aspects of security. Your network that you might have been using at work might have had security built into it that you don't have at home. I do suggest you have some sort of protection from malware on your home network. If you have the capability, you can consider a virtual private network where you can access your work network from your home, giving you additional security. If you're going to be using different devices, think about multi-factor authentication and ways to really harden and secure the security around your home, because it is your business and it is your brand. Now, moving on to collaboration. There are a lot of collaboration products out on the marketplace. So it's really important that you consider the business and the capabilities that you need. Look at your own use cases. Are you going to be doing large events? Are you focused more on business, small business meetings, board meetings? Or is it more of a social group or a learning group? Look at the features, Q&A, whiteboards, document sharing, video production, recordings, and look for a product that suits your needs. For us, we're focused on 3 key collaboration services. We want to make sure that for our own employees at Cisco, we have the ability to do online meetings with each other, such as what we're doing today. We want to make sure we have instant messaging so we can have quick conversations and chats throughout the day. And we need to make sure that we have email and document sharing capability. It's ideal not to have a bunch of different solutions. Try to standardize and simplify as much as possible. And where you can't simplify, you can look for integration. Many of these tools integrate with one another. For example, WebEx we're using today can integrate with Office 365 for your email, and that just simplifies your entire collaboration process. It's a good time to try out different tools. There's many free offers on the market. So have a try, play around, and pick what's suitable for you. For video meetings, make sure that you do use preview to adjust your settings before you start your meeting. Consider your environment, your lighting, your sound, your backdrop. You want to be in a place where you have as minimal distractions as possible. Make sure that you think about security before, during, and after your meeting. The meeting host really is the security guard for the meeting. They're watching who's coming in, they're controlling passwords, wait rooms, and other things. So if you're going to be the presenter, you might consider somebody else being the host for the meeting to manage these aspects for you. And practice. You need to practice, get to know the features, have a dry run. Make sure that you dial in early, and you allow a little bit of time in your agenda for some chit chat. So now that you have your basic connectivity in place, you have your collaboration tools in place, now it's time to dig into your business processes. This is what keeps your business alive. So you need to look through all the key processes that you run inside your organization and consider how they're going to be done virtually, how they're going to be done online. It's rare that you can take every single business process as you used to do it before COVID and do it exactly the same from home. It's more likely that you're going to need to change your business processes and revisit them and make tweaks to them for this new reality. And in some cases, you're going to optimize them and you're going to find better ways to do things. So as you're doing that, make sure you put together a guide for yourself, for your staff and your customers with tips and tricks as you move into this new world. So in addition to some of the business continuity technologies, there are a lot of social aspects that we need to think of as well, because it is about people, it is about culture, and we're asking people to do things differently. Look at driving adoption of these new ways of working. You're introducing new processes of working. How are they going? Measure that, manage that. Keep changing and tweaking the process and bring information to the table to help people with that adoption. Make sure you're documenting new processes, as I've mentioned, but not only documenting them once, but keeping a live document, because as we go through this, we don't know what other stages of lockdown we're going to be in. We don't know how we're going to ease back into the world that we knew. So make sure that you have a living document that's changing with the times that we're going through. Make sure you're communicating frequently to everyone in your organization, your vendors, your employees, your customers. It's okay if you haven't worked out all the solutions yet. Be transparent and visible about that. Let them know where you're at. I think people understand and they appreciate you being open with them. And lastly, you know, I can't underestimate the value of staying connected at these times. And I really think video is a very powerful way to do this. It's been interesting for us at Cisco. You know, not everyone is in a good place right now with COVID. Some people are alone. Some people are unwell. Some people are feeling isolated. At Cisco, we've had these tools for years for collaboration, but something happened when COVID came to be, because suddenly we started to see our employees using video collaboration in whole new ways. We saw discos, trivia nights, happy hours, exercise groups, coffee breaks, you name it. And it really taught us something important. And it was that the technology is a really critical piece right now for business continuity, keeping our businesses alive, but it's also doing something much more fundamental. It's providing a human connection for us with our teams. So I'd encourage you to try video. If you're not used to it, give it a try and experiment with it and see what happens for you. Now, I want to leave you with a few of the tips that I have found useful using video for the last 10 plus years. And hopefully this is helpful to you, whether you're using it for business or even socially. You know, it is important, as I mentioned, to understand that you're the IT manager now in your house. You don't have an IT department. You need to learn about megabits per second, megabytes per second. You need to learn about security. You need to learn about bandwidth. These are things you might not have had to worry about before, or maybe as a small business you did. But a lot of people don't understand these concepts. There's a lot of great information on the internet. It's important to take control of your home, to own your bandwidth, because that will change your work experience. I can't stress the importance of location. Location is important. You don't want to sit in a busy part of your house when you're doing very important meetings at work. You need to be in a quiet place. You need to have good sound, good light. You want to be free from distractions. It's not really great to walk around during a meeting if you're trying to get people to listen and learn. You know, sit still and try to focus on your camera, and this will make a better experience for all of your attendees. And remember that, like any new skill, using video requires practice. There are many variables. So test out your microphone, test out headphones, make sure that you have a try in a casual situation and get comfortable with the technology. You know, avoid oversharing. I cannot stress enough. Many times I have seen hilarious things happen over video. You know, if you don't shut down all of your applications, things might pop up that you didn't want everyone to see. You do want to make sure that you're only sharing what you need to share. Avoid sharing your entire desktop. Make sure that you're using the mute button. Mute button is really your best friend. People can walk into your room at any moment, so it's best practice to stay on mute if you're not talking, and only remove yourself when you need to talk. Never compromise on security when it comes to the collaboration tools that you select. It is your brand, it is your business. Sometimes we feel pressure to hurry up and get these processes online. It's worth taking a moment to step back and consider the most secure and the best solution for your business. Always practice good meeting etiquette, having an agenda, running on time. These are important things. Just because you're on video, it doesn't change that. And this includes how you dress. I know some people are wearing their pajamas every day at home, but it does help if you, at least from the waist up, are dressing appropriately for the type of meeting that you're holding. And finally, just want to remind you, if things go wrong, and they will, I promise, we had some challenges right now with me advancing slides. Don't take it too seriously. Try to have a laugh about it. I've seen everything. I've seen children walk into meetings. we've had the situation when Anna came to Cisco to give a presentation to all of our employees. We closed our building due to COVID that morning. So we had to be very quick and adaptable and move her to a new location and change things around. You know, it's okay. Everyone's going through this together. So we shouldn't put too much pressure on ourselves. This is the world that we're living in, and people do understand. So let's be kind to one another and to ourselves at this really challenging time. And finally, I just wanted to leave you with a few resources. There are great resources for smaller businesses and how to get started with running your business from home and how to get online. Would suggest you take a look at these. And Cisco also has many free offers that we'd be thrilled if you would try. And with that, I will wrap up and pass it back to Anna.
Thank you so much, Julie. Can everybody see? Can you see me again? Yeah? Yeah. Thank you so much, Julie. That was absolutely awesome and a really nice kickstart for people who are kind of thrown into the deep end with working from home, what technologies you use and how you're going to keep your teams connected, but also yourself connected to the rest of the world as well, I think is a really important thing right now. Does anybody have any questions at all or any comments with regards to what you've heard today? Put your hands up if you've managed to get your technology sorted since you came home. Give us a yes in the chat box. Or if you've had a few technology issues since you've been home, give us a yes in the chat box. But the reality of it is, it's unprecedented times and it's not easy at the moment, but we're very lucky because we've got such lovely people like Julie and all of these other people donating the time to help us make sure we can stay on track. Cisco have been doing some amazing things, not just for people working from home right now, but for the world for quite a long time with relationships with the likes of Global Citizen and a few other awesome organizations. So they're really doing some beautiful things and supporting a lot of people. So thank you very much, Julie. Thank you, the team at Cisco, for continuing to try and make the world a better place at this time. We've got lots and lots of juicy stuff coming up each day for your boost. Tomorrow we've got Michael Crossland, which is one of Australia's, well, the world's top most inspirational speakers. I believe he was at Cisco Live a couple of years ago, and he is an incredible speaker and he's so motivating. So if you want the boost of your dreams, tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. We've got lots of good stuff coming up for the rest of the week, including next Monday, we're going to have a laughter yoga session because I don't know about you, but I could do with a good belly laugh right now. So tune in for that. If you've got any questions, this isn't the only window. We can connect you with anybody and we can connect you with Julie and the team there. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other today and be kind to yourself. And lots of love from myself and Julie and the team. Take care. See you soon and have a great day.